Hello people, it's your boy N here. Let's do a wall crasher. Let me show you how you play Nell in the wall crasher. And then, I will show you the build, I'll show you the setup, I'll show you everything else. But let's start off by going into it broad and deep with Nell. So let's go for it. Okay, we're just going to do one run. Sometimes you can cycle it and do two runs. However, I want to show you the gameplay first, show you what Nell's capable of, and then we are going to we're gonna show you the setup and everything. Let's go for it. I'm hoping that he spawns facing me because he usually never does. Nope, right is back. Unlucky. Happens to the best of us. Okay, let's kick it. Infinite weak points. 2, 3. And now we just go all in. Okay, we're doing really good so far. This run seems solid. Okay, need to reload the Greg. We're cooked. Nah, we're doing good, we're doing good. Thank you for the follow, Zul. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because we love the potato FPS when we play the game though. That's the character of this. So, we just did a wall crasher. We did not get any loot. However, in this run... Oh wait, we did get the loot. It took a second to spawn in. Happens. In this run, with my Nell, I got a decent 345 million damage. Not too bad, right? So let's get on into the setup. So, let's start off with the modules that you are going to want to run on Nell. Now, for the... maneuvering module, we're gonna go with mid-air because we want to maybe grapple and flick ourselves around the arena just a little bit. This is hyper specifically for wall crasher, so let me give you a quick reminder of that. Now for the red module, we are going with the restored heart. The reason we are going with this red module is because if you look here, you can get a skill power increase and a movement speed increase, as well as shield recovery. Now, you don't really give a crap about the skill power increase the most, but that movement speed increase is definitely nice. And as long as you stay inside of your third ability, you will be getting nice shield recovery. So, yeah, you definitely want to grab some of that. Now we're going to focus on cooldown for this build, because we want to be cooling down our fourth ability significantly faster than 100 seconds. So for cooldown, we're going with 4 cooldown modules. We're going to go with focus on non-attribute. As well as that, we are going to go with focus on tech. Even though our fourth ability doesn't actually do any damage, we're going to be using it with our first ability that we can use for once in a while. You know, just a little bit of this, because once you do scan with the Aceive, you do get a 0.25 second reduction on your fourth. It's not major, but it does make a difference. So once we've got this, you want to go with MP conversion, and then you also want to go with nimble fingers. Now with this, we've got basically maxed out cooldown almost. So you can see here, we've got the cooldown of our fourth ability down to 20 seconds. So this is not too bad. However, because we are using cooldown, we also want to match this with duration. So for duration, you want to go with skill extension and also maximize duration. Our abilities are not going to be doing damage, so using maximize is completely okay. Next up, we want a little bit of range. For range, we can use skill expansion, and we can also use maximize range or amplification control, whichever one. It doesn't really make a difference. We are not going to be using this for damage anyways, so for the most part, maximize range or amp control either works perfectly fine. With the third ability, the max expandable range is 300%, so technically you do get away with using maximize range, but amplification control is also perfectly fine. Next up, there's basically only 2 modules left, and with this we want to go with a bit of efficiency, so we are going to go with some skill cost module. With this one we are going to be going with maximize conservation, and then to finish it off, no gunning build is complete without the use of shot focus. So we're absolutely nuking our skill power modifier to negative 50%. However, this is essentially what it is you are going to want on your build. Now let's talk about the trigger module. The trigger module does a lot of options, and with this I do think that despite everything it's not ideal. I can understand that, but I think the full arcade jacket is the right way to go with this one. When you are using this, this will essentially take 20 MP off you, and then you will be doing skill damage, which I think in this instance is non-attribute or something, but you do get additional damage out of this. I don't know what the damage is exactly, but you do get damage out of it. I've run this several times, and if you look at our fourth ability now, we have 20 seconds of cooldown to 26 seconds of duration. I do wish that her fourth ability would start cooling down as soon as you cast it, however it doesn't, so you know, you've got to take a little bit of downtime. It is what it is, and it's also kind of rough, but this is essentially how it works with Nell. Now to play her, you want to use your 2 to get yourself the shield damage reduction when you have 100% shield. Also, thank you for the follow, Sniper, appreciate that, brother. And then you also want to get yourself her third ability inside there for your skill and movement power increase, and then yeah, you stay inside of her circle and you fire away. Now, let's talk about the reactor and the external components for this setup. For the reactor, it's fairly simple. You're going to go with a maternalized tech reactor, because you do want a little bit of additional damage on your first ability. So a non-attribute tech in the middle is what you're going to want. Cooldown, duration up. For any gunning build, it is cooldown, duration up, so that's what you want. Yeah, simple as it gets with that. Now, external components. A lot of people would be expecting you to go with something like this, this, and then where is it? This. You would be expecting me to go with this. However, this is not what we are going to be going with. Jimbo, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you, brother. But with instead, what we are going to be doing is we're going to keep this because of the Aceive radius, and then we're also going to keep this because of the Aceive display time. Other than that, we are going to back this one up, and then we are going to go for 2 pieces of the Shell Crusher set instead. So we're going to get MP recovery in combat, which is the main one that you want. MP recovery modifier would be a little bit more ideal on there, along with the Aceive search radius, but we don't have that. And then we want max HP and MP recovery out of combat over here. Across all of your comps, you want max HP and defense across them all. For this one I already mentioned, and this one I already mentioned, you want the max MP and MP recovery in combat. And then for this one you want the Aceive search radius and MP recovery modifier, and then display, Aceive time, max shield or toxic resistance would be good over here. We are eating into weak point damage for Nell and fire rate for this specific instance, so that you absolutely boost up, you do a ton of damage, and you do it fast. So let's have a look at the arcade tuning for Nell now instead. So for the arcade tuning, the tree is fairly simple. You're going to want to go left, and then you're going to want to go up towards your damages. Immediately we want the enhanced firearm attack. We want to pull a little bit more ammo, because you know, the dog that you are going to use, which is the ammo dog, might not give you the most ammo, and you might be in a little bit of a rush. Other than that, we're going to go down towards crit rate and crit damage. We're also going to go towards the Colossi enhancement over here, because Warcrasher is a Colossi. And then over here, just to finish it off, we're going to get a little bit more firearm attack with this tree. You could also dash 2 of these and then get yourself some reload modifier to make yourself reload a little bit faster, but yeah, this is completely fair. And then that's basically what you want for your tree. Now for your weapons. Let's let's go through with the weapons. I did quite a bit of testing inside of the lab, and the 3 weapons that do basically the most damage with Nell is going to be number 1, the Greg's Reverse Fate, which is completely fair. Number 2 is going to be the Malevolent, and number 3, I'm sure you all see this coming from a mile away, is going to be the Last Dagger. Now, the Last Dagger is obviously one of the best weapons in the game. Greg's is actually kind of up there as well, specifically with Nell, or with Glay. Then we also have the Malevolent. This is a battle pass weapon. If you don't have it, just focus on the Greg and also focus on the dagger. Now, for the build on the dagger, on the Greg, this is the cause you're going to want to go with. Triple fire rate is going to be the right call, especially with spray and pray. So, other than that, with this, what you are going to want to do is have substats that look similar to this. For the actual build, we're going into weak point and into crit. So you want to have weak point sight, have aiming, and then ultra precision strike is going to be a very important one. And then better insight, concentration, priority, little bit of damage, and element of course. So yeah, just make sure you've got spray and pray on here, and then you're basically good to go for the Greg. For the Malevolent, similar story. This is the setup I've gone for on here. I normally have Toxic on here, so I still need to reroll my substats. I just say change that to damage, or just a mag size or something like that, because that would help the Malevolent just in general. Next up, for the actual modules on here, again, you just want to eat into weak point, and you also want to eat into damage. I don't know why I have fire priority there. I should have poison priority there. I should have fire priority. There you go. Alright, much better. Use that. But this is basically what you want to go with on the Malevolent as well. Now, with this, you want to have Ultra Precision Strike on all of the weapons, because this does scale a little bit better, specifically with weak points. So, final weapon is going to be the Last Dagger. Now, the reason we're going fire across all of these weapons is because of Serena. Now, Serena with her first ability gives you ammo, and she also will be debuffing the Wall Crasher for fire, so you're going to use fire to pull out a little bit of additional extra damage. Now over here, this is what you want to go for with the substats on your dagger, and then over here, this is what you want to go with on your build. It's kind of similar to what you'd be running anyways, but this is the dagger setup for now. Now, last thing is going to be the inversion reinforcements. For the inversions with Nell, what you are going to want to do is essentially go with the following. Immediately, we're going to go with fire rounds, because we want to be, of course, doing damage with fire, which is the main element. Next up, a little bit of additional HP is going to be good, and then the final one is going to be the Nell specific inversion with the weak point on the Sieve scanning. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you spam the Sieve scanning to basically get the max set up with Nell. Right, now that we've gone on over the build, that's basically everything you need to know. The gameplay was shown, of course, at the beginning of the video, and this is essentially how you would run Nell. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button. Other than that, I will basically see you guys in the next one. Peace!